Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of my Learn Bahasa Melayu vid. Um, it's a continuation of the first part because my dear friend Bonnie, she very kindly made a second Learn Tagalog vid for me. So here is my part of the deal. Learn Bahasa Melayu vid lesson 2. Today's lesson will be about getting around in Malaysia. If you're a visitor on holiday, you would probably want to know a few basic phrases that you can use to converse with local people. Of course, most people here do speak English, so it's fine to just speak English with them, but it's always nice to hear, people from other countries speak our native language. It always surprises the locals, and of course it brings you, closer to them. They're like, oh, you speak Malay. So it's always interesting to learn something new as well. Anyway, I'm digressing again. Yeah, how to get around in Malaysia as a tourist. So when you want to hail a cab and you want to go somewhere, let's say the Petronas Twin Towers, which is like a famous place here, what you say is, saya hendak pergi ke Petronas Twin Towers. This is what you tell the cabbie, I want to go to this place. I want to go to this place is basically saya hendak pergi ke, okay, Petronas Twin Towers. Or if you have a map, you can just show the person, point at it and say saya hendak pergi ke tempat ini. Tempat ini being this place. So saya hendak pergi is I want to go. If you're walking on your own or you're taking your own public transport or something, and you want to ask for directions, so you can just approach someone and say, bagaimanakah? Yeah, it's a long word. Bagaimanakah saya hendak ke tempat ini? How do I get to this place? So, bagaimanakah saya hendak ke tempat ini? It's a mouthful, but yeah. If you want it easier, you can also say macam mana nak pergi ke tempat ini. Macam mana nak pergi ke tempat ini. How do you go to this place? It's basically the same meaning, but it's less formal and it's basically conversational. Macam mana nak pergi ke tempat ini. Or you want to ask, where is this? So basically that's the same as asking how do you get there, right? Macam mana nak pergi ke tempat ini? Okay, where is this is di manakah tempat ini? Di manakah tempat ini? Where is this place? Now if you're getting down from the cab and you want to pay, so you just ask berapa. Berapa is how much? Berapa. Berapa. And one more thing, a word of caution, especially if you're in Kuala Lumpur. Cabbies tend to rip you off if they see you're not from around here. So remember to tell them that you want to run on the meter, or they'll charge you like 20 bucks for 100 meters or something. So it's always best to tell them beforehand that you want to use the meter. So you can say sila ikut meter, yeah? Sila ikut meter, yeah? It's just like please follow the meter. Or you can say tolong guna meter. Tolong guna meter. Basically it's the same meaning. Sila ikut meter is like please follow the meter, and tolong guna meter is please use the meter. So it's basically the same meaning. Now that we're done with getting around, and okay, now you're visiting a random tourist spot and you want to buy stuff. So you will probably want to ask, you probably see things that you've never seen before, so you want to ask, what is this thing? What is this weird thing? So here's what you say. You say apa ini? Apa ini? Or apakah ini? Apakah ini? Apa ini? What is this? And you say you want this. You want this item. You say saya nak ini. Saya nak ini. Saya nak beli ini. I want to buy this. Or I want this is saya nak ini. And yeah, like I said, people tend to rip you off when They know you're not a local. So if it's too expensive, you can always try bargaining with them. And how do you bargain? So what you say is, let's say it's too expensive, you say terlalu mahal, or mahal sangat. Mahal sangat is that's so expensive. Terlalu mahal. It's basically the same meaning as well. It's just that there, as I mentioned in my previous video, there are different ways of saying Malay and different degrees of politeness. So terlalu mahal, mahal sangat is basically acceptable. So they're both acceptable to use. It doesn't sound rude. So terlalu mahal or mahal sangat. And if you want to bargain with them, because it's too expensive, you want them to lower the price, you can always say boleh kurang sikit, boleh kurang sedikit. Sedikit, people usually shorten it to sikit. So yeah, it's basically the same. So boleh kurang sedikit or boleh kurang sikit. Can you lessen the price? Kurang sikit lah. You know, cheaper a bit. Yeah. Well, next, when you buy stuff, of course, when you speak in Malay, they're probably gonna assume you know how to speak Malay. And a useful thing I think I should tell you is probably numbers. So yeah, numbers in Malay are pretty easy after you get gist of it. So here is how you read 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 1 to 10. How do you say words after that? So 11 is 11, 12, 13, 14. So you notice, right? Basically, you add the basic numbers from 1 to 9 in front of belas. Belas basically means multiples of 10. So it's like 11. Oh, you don't say 11, it's 11. Se is usually referring to 1. So 11, 12, 13, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Okay, how do you read it after you get to 20? Now, this is a bit special because after belas, which is multiples of 10, you have puluh. Puluh is basically also multiple of a 0 at the back, and everything after 10 is puluh until you get to 100. So it's 20, 20, and 21, 22. Basically, you add the basic, the puluh, and the basic at the back, so you get 22, 23, and etc. And it's the same until 99, and then you have 100, which is 100. Se being 1, remember? So 100 and 200, so forth. And well, numbers in Malay are pretty long because, like, after 100, you add words to that basic word. So let's say you want to say 125. Okay, that's a random number. So you say 125. Here's how you break it down. 100 or 100 is 100. 25, remember, 25 is 25, so it's like 125. So you add it all together, is 125. It's pretty long, yeah, it's 125. It's so easy to say, right? But yeah, numbers in Malay are really interesting, so if you get the hang of it, it's really easy. I think that's up to 100 and something, because I don't think you will be buying stuff that expensive, right? And yeah, I guess that's all for this lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope those basic phrases will come in handy when you're in Malaysia, and I hope it makes your stay more enjoyable. So yeah, Happy New Year! Bye!